Okay, let's try this again. Okay, yeah. This is going to be hard every single time, isn't it? Okay, so basically I'm doing this to get better at talking. Okay, so I did this yesterday. It's even harder today now because I have to like redo what I was thinking about yesterday. Okay. God, why is this so hard? Okay, so yesterday I did a couple of videos starting this off as a way to get the ball rolling and just kind of get stuff out in the open. And it's a little repetitive, but I think I need to just get in the flow of things. So it's going to be repetitive for a little bit. So bear with me. I think the idea is to just be able to speak more freely and not have such a hard time getting stuff out of my mind and out into the open. And in the previous video, I think I mentioned something like I have a hard time talking for various reasons, but one of the main ones being that I don't really place a lot of value on myself and the words that I speak, and my thoughts that I express, and which is something that I'm working on. And I think this is like my way to get better at that, just to be able to like speak more freely, to learn how to speak better, to speak more clearly, just to find my voice, to find myself. And I think if someone can watch this and relates to that, I think that's a positive. But I think at the end of the day, it's like I'm just trying to get better at talking, essentially, like just plain and simple. I'm having a really hard time even saying any of this stuff right now because I feel like like no one cares, and probably people might not care. Like this video might not get any views, it might not do anything, but I think that's also part of it, to not care if someone doesn't care. It's like I should still feel worthy of speaking and having my thoughts expressed and being able to put that out in the open, because even if you think no one cares, you should still care for yourself. You should still value the words yourself and think that they're meaningful to you, at least. And I think that's something that I struggle with. And I mentioned it in the previous video that even when commenting on like random Instagram posts, I don't even comment on things. I'm not the type of person that comments on YouTube videos. I don't comment on Instagram posts, on even like things that I'm really genuinely interested in. Like I'll just watch the thing and then move on. And I'll have like thoughts in my mind about the video that I'm thinking, or like I'll have reactions to it in my mind, but I don't really perceive those thoughts as worthy enough to be expressed. And so that's something that I'm working through, to just be able to be more like present and just allow myself to exist, if that makes sense. Like it's okay to say something. Like I think for the longest time I chose not to say anything because it's like I want to be very particular about the things that I say. Like I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to make mistakes. And then you end up, if you do that so much and so often, you end up saying less and less and less because you're having to analyze every thought or every word that you say, and then it's like, what do you end up saying, and it's usually nothing, or it's usually very little. So I think that's a big part of this process, is just like allowing myself to have, the freedom to say something, obviously in a meaningful way. Like, I'm not just trying to like say whatever comes to mind in like a chaotic manner, but like it shouldn't be the extremes. Like, I shouldn't be like dead silent all the time and not think I'm worth speaking, but then I also don't want to be like yapping all the time about nonsense and have no real point, or it doesn't really come across clear and concise. It's like I'm trying to be somewhere in the middle where I can like have substance to my thoughts, but also not be afraid of making those mistakes, and just trying things out and just putting it out there and see what happens. I think like a nice healthy balance is what I'm looking for. So yeah, I think that's kind of the whole point of this, and I think I do want to have like other, more specific topics for videos, and I'll get to that eventually. But I think for now, it's just finding the method to allow me to speak more freely, and just not be so like locked and afraid, if you want to say. So I think that's kind of the whole objective, I guess. Yeah, but anyway, if there's anyone watching this, I appreciate it. If you have suggestions, let me know. I'll touch on like other stuff that I'm interested in, or my like stuff about my career, like what I do outside of work or whatever. I don't know. I'm just really trying to get to a place where I sound natural and like I'm not forcing it, and I'm a little bit forced this morning, so I thought I would be on it because I really wanted to get back into the video, because I did a couple yesterday, but the audio wasn't coming across properly, and so I finally started using these mics that we've had laying around the house. So I'm hoping this turns out okay. But anyway, I think that's it for now, so I'll see you in the next one.